Welcome to the Health Force product training on Vitamineral Green version 5.3. So before we discuss Vitamineral Green, I want to talk a little bit about traditional multivitamin supplements, just give you a little background information that will help you understand why Vitamineral Green is such a great supplement. So traditionally, multivitamin supplements are pills. They come in a bottle looking something like this, and these supplements are made with vitamins and minerals. The vitamins are typically synthesized in a laboratory in these supplements, and we have examples of such vitamins like ascorbic acid, thiamine, folic acid. Ascorbic acid is what we typically call vitamin C. Thiamine and folic acid are B vitamins. Ascorbic acid is synthesized in a laboratory in a 5-step chemical process from corn sugar. A lot of the B vitamins are synthesized from coal tar in a laboratory. And truth be told, these isolated, synthesized vitamins are not the real vitamins. Vitamin activity in the body really can't even be labeled as one specific compound. There are a number of different compounds that work together to produce vitamin activity. What we typically call the vitamins, like ascorbic acid, for example, in the case of vitamin C, typically works with things like enzymes and coenzymes and antioxidants and trace mineral activators to produce vitamin C activity in the body. And when we consume an isolated vitamin, it really has to rob all the cofactors it needs from our tissues in an attempt to produce the vitamin activity. So, for example, you take large amounts of ascorbic acid, and the body's really got to supply all the cofactors that ascorbic acid needs to function like vitamin C. And if you do that over the long haul, you could potentially rob enough nutritional substances, cofactors from your tissues that you end up with nutritional imbalances and deficiencies with long-term consumption of that isolated vitamin. And also, long-term consumption of isolated vitamins is really not the best thing in the world for your kidneys and liver, because you all notice when you take a multivitamin supplement, you get that neon yellow urine after a short period of time. You're really stressing out your kidneys and liver to remove all the substances that your body really isn't able to utilize properly from these types of supplements. And these supplements are also full of what we would call inorganic mineral salts. You'll typically see two words to describe a mineral when it's an inorganic mineral salt. Things like calcium carbonate, calcium citrate, zinc picolinate are examples of these substances. These are basically crushed rocks, or crushed rocks that have been processed with an acid to, quote, chelate them. So calcium citrate, for example, would be an example of a chelated calcium supplement, whereas calcium carbonate is simply crushed limestone. I think they take calcium carbonate and combine it with citric acid to produce calcium citrate, for example. And supposedly these chelated minerals can get into your bloodstream a little better than the ground up rocks, but that's not necessarily a great thing, because a lot of times these minerals, they're also lacking in cofactors. Minerals just can't be utilized in isolation. For example, calcium metabolism in your body requires the work of many different nutrients acting together for your body to utilize calcium properly. And so, getting calcium into your bloodstream in the form of one of these isolated supplements, the calcium may just end up coating your arteries and contributing to arterial plaque buildup that causes heart disease. There have been a number of studies in the last several years that have shown that the more calcium people take, the more likely they are to have heart disease. And calcium is, in fact, the number one component of arterial plaques, not even cholesterol. So, this is the danger, potentially, of consuming these inorganic mineral salts. The body won't be able to use them. They're just going to end up contributing to toxic buildup or calcification in our tissues with long-term consumption. So it's really critical that we get the nutrients we can from our food. And that's really the underlying foundational philosophy of Vitamineral Green. So the underlying philosophy behind Vitamineral Green is that effective supplementation is more like a symphony produced by the many different components and energies, both known and unknown, which are found in foods. And Vitamineral Green is therefore designed to be the most mineral and vitamin-rich product we could make that's still 100% food. And you really see that in the name, vitamin and mineral kind of combined. So this is our version of a multivitamin, in effect, that is 100% food-based. And Vitamineral Green is really nature's multivitamin. It's a collection of 25 of the most micronutrient-rich superfoods on the planet. Almost all green foods, because green foods are the most mineral and vitamin-rich foods on the planet in general. And all these superfoods are carefully processed and dried at low temperatures to maintain maximum nutrient integrity. And these superfoods in Vitamineral Green really contain an abundance of micronutrients our body requires for health. And Vitamineral Green is also richly endowed with all the essential amino acids, antioxidants, chlorophyll, soluble and insoluble fibers, thousands of phytonutrients, and a plethora of other synergistically bound organic nutrients which scientists haven't even discovered yet. So let's dive into the details now about Vitamineral Green. I've got a nutrition panel up here which lists all the ingredients in the product. And as we mentioned earlier, Vitamineral Green is 100% food. It's also 100% organic. This product has been tested for about 292 different pesticides and for GMOs and irradiation. And it's passed those tests showing no detectable levels of any of those contaminants. So we are certifying this product as a true organic product. This is a Health Force quality standard. And you look at the first category of ingredients here, from the land. This makes up about 55% of the formula. See, we have nettles here as the number one ingredient. This is actually wild-crafted nettles. This little symbol here is a symbol for wild-crafted. Well, we love nettles in this formula. Nettles is just a fabulously micronutrient-rich land vegetable, really one of the most micronutrient-rich land vegetables on the planet. And the fact that we're getting this wild-crafted is really great because the soil in areas in the forest basically has never been farmed, so it's not going to be depleted in any nutrients, and that's really going to help facilitate an incredibly micronutrient-rich vegetable. We actually have a lot of wild-crafted ingredients in Vitamineral Green. You can see the carrot pods wild-crafted, chickweed wild-crafted, amla berry, yacon leaf, shilajit. Looks like almond berry actually is not wild crafted, but the shilajit is. And a lot of our sea vegetables are wild crafted as well. And so that's a really great feature of Vitamineral Green. We've also got a variety of grass juices in the formula. Alfalfa grass, oatgrass, and barley grass. These are juiced and then dehydrated to really concentrate the micronutrients in the formula. Alfalfa grass just sends roots down for potentially hundreds of feet into the ground, pulling up all the great minerals in the soil, and then we juice that and dry it into a powder to really concentrate the micronutrients. And we also have some ginger in the formula to help facilitate digestion. We've got lots of great things here. Holy basil, which is really a very micronutrient-rich green, but it's also a fabulous adaptogen that helps with producing a calming state in your mind. Moringa, the most nutrient-rich tropical vegetable. It's actually the leaf of a tree. And of course shilajit, which is just extremely rich in minerals and also contains fulvic acid, which helps you really absorb all the nutrients in Vitamineral Green much more effectively. And the next category here, from the waters, spirulina and chlorella. Vitamineral Green is 37.5% spirulina and chlorella. Spirulina and chlorella are the two most micronutrient-rich foods on planet Earth. They're also extremely expensive. There's no other green superfood powder out there that I've seen that has spirulina and chlorella in this quantity in their formula. So we've got 37% of the formula is spirulina and chlorella. These algae are extremely rich in protein and micronutrients, and as a result of that, Vitamineral Green is 30% protein. Very high protein content for a green superfood powder. Next category here, the sea vegetables. These sea vegetables extremely rich in iodine to support thyroid function, and sea vegetables in general are 20 times more mineral rich than land-based vegetables. So it's just really a fabulous addition to this product to really just boost up the mineral content dramatically. We also have enzymes in the next category and probiotics as well to support optimum digestion of all these great superfoods. And this product really has an extremely high level of micronutrients. You can see some of the nutrients listed here. 10% of the RDA of calcium per 10 gram serving here in the product. 40% of iron content, RDA, in a serving, 60% of vitamin A, RDA in a serving of Vitamineral Green, and 20% of vitamin C. So you get a lot of great micronutrients in this formula in a form you can actually utilize and absorb properly. So I want to talk a little bit about all the different features of Vitamineral Green that make it the best green superfood powder on the market. So first of all, Vitamineral Green is 100% green focused, and by that I mean that it's not diluted with binders or fillers or grains or beans, maca, seeds like chia and flax, fiber, fruits, or added sweeteners. And not that these things are necessarily bad. Things like chia and flax meal, really a great thing to have in your diet. Maca is certainly a great adaptogen. Beans and grains are certainly good foods. It's just that these things are not particularly mineral and vitamin rich compared to green foods. And since this product's intention, the intention of this product is to make it the most mineral and vitamin rich product we can, we didn't put any of this stuff in it. The reality is most Americans are not getting green foods. Vitamineral Green is designed to be the most mineral and vitamin rich product that can be made, and therefore we stick to the green foods to help people get more of what they're lacking, which is all the great levels of minerals and vitamins which are present in green foods. And Vitamineral Green also has potent levels of antioxidants and phytonutrients that serve to really normalize inflammation levels and help our body resist degenerative health conditions. Phytonutrients are nutrients that are not really required in human nutrition. They're not required nutrients, but if you're interested in optimum health, phytonutrients are really important to consume. And Vitamineral Green just has enormous amounts of phytonutrients, of many different types of phytonutrients in it. These are substances that plants produce to defend themselves in the natural world from bacteria and fungus and even being eaten. And when we consume plants, these phytonutrients go to work to help protect us. And certainly antioxidants, just an abundance of both water and fat-soluble antioxidants in Vitamineral Green to protect all areas of our cells to prevent premature aging. Vitamineral Green is also very rich in alkalizing minerals that support body homeostasis. Many people's bodies are really lacking in these crucial alkalizing minerals that help our body stay balanced and healthy. And Vitamineral Green is loaded with greens that are exceptionally rich in chlorophyll. Basically, since it's got all green foods have a lot of chlorophyll in them. The central atom in a chlorophyll molecule is magnesium. Most Americans are dramatically deficient in magnesium, so this product has a lot of magnesium to help people correct that situation. Chlorophyll, or should I say magnesium, participates in about 300 different enzymatic reactions in your body. So if you're deficient in magnesium, you're not a very happy camper. And as I said, most Americans are deficient in magnesium because people eat a lot of sugar. And it takes something like 56 atoms of magnesium to process one molecule of sugar. So virtually no one is sufficient in magnesium in our culture, unfortunately. Eating something like Vitamineral Green can go a long way towards restoring balance. And that chlorophyll molecule that contains the magnesium also serves to help oxygenate the blood, because chlorophyll is very similar to hemoglobin, and the body's able to produce more hemoglobin, which is the part of our blood that carries oxygen, when you consume chlorophyll. And the oxygen helps with energy production in our cells, and it also helps to detoxify our bloodstream. Oxygen also supports our immune function, tends to be antibacterial and antiviral, etc. Vitamineral Green contains significant amounts of fiber that help to feed the friendly bacteria and promote GI health, and really serve to as the food for the friendly bacteria that are in the formula. So we don't put all juice powder in this product, but we do put whole greens in here because we feel like fiber is a critical part of this formula. Fiber, as we said, really feeds friendly bacteria, and intestinal health is really the foundation of health in your body. Another really interesting feature of Vitamineral Green is it does not have any cruciferous vegetables. Things like kale and collards and broccoli, etc., that are found in a lot of green superfood powders are not present in Vitamineral Green. These cruciferous greens are very nutrient rich, but they're also abundant in goitrogenic compounds. Goitrogens are substances that inhibit thyroid hormone production. And many people these days are hypothyroid. Their thyroid is slowed down, and they're not making enough thyroid hormone. That produces all sorts of unpleasant symptoms in the body, and it's really an epidemic. Hypothyroidism is an epidemic in our culture. And these cruciferous vegetables, when they're raw, can contribute to hypothyroidism by providing these goitrogenic compounds. Interestingly, when you cook cruciferous greens, a lot of these goitrogens are destroyed. But if you're going to eat cruciferous greens raw, like they would be found in a green superfood powder like Vitamineral Green, they could potentially contribute to hypothyroidism down the road. I mean, you take a product like that, something that has kale juice in it, for example, and you could get 100 heads of kale juiced and then dehydrate that down to a fairly small amount of powder so that you have a massive amount of goitrogens in that kale juice powder. And you consume a green superfood that's got a lot of kale juice powder in it, for 3 months of that, and you start to wonder why you're feeling cold all the time, and it's really because your thyroid's slowing down. So with Vitamineral Green, you don't really have to worry about that. We don't have any cruciferous greens in the formula, and in fact, we've got a lot of iodine. And research has shown you can consume, a moderate amount of these goitrogenic compounds as long as you're sufficient in iodine in your body. So Vitamineral Green is completely free of cruciferous greens, no goitrogens in the product. And it also has a fair amount of iodine from the sea vegetables in the product. And finally, closing up here with just a few more pieces of information on product use. We have 5 different sizes available of this product, actually 3 different powder products, a 500 gram bottle, a 300 gram bottle, and a 150 gram bottle. And then we have two different capsule sizes, a 120 cap size and a 400 cap size. So the way to use this product is basically you want to start slowly. Vitamineral Green is extremely cleansing. It's got a lot of chlorophyll, which is very cleansing in the body. And if you just start off right off the bat at the suggested serving size, you potentially could experience a cleansing reaction, which is obviously very unpleasant. So to make sure you have a pleasant experience with this product, start off slowly. With the powder SKU, you want to start with 1 teaspoon per day and increase gradually over a couple weeks to the suggested use of 1.5 tablespoons per day. You can do that either all at once or divided. And with the capsules, you want to start off with 1 capsule per day and increase that gradually over a couple weeks to the suggested use of 8 capsules per serving. And you can do that either all at once or divided. And in terms of how to take the product, well, first of all, the product has an extremely mild flavor. It's really, for a green superfood powder that's not flavored in any way, this product is shockingly palatable. A lot of people actually like it in purified water. You could also put it in vegetable or fruit juices, nut and seed milks. I personally like to put it in my smoothies. I like to put it in something with a little bit of fat because the fat really helps you absorb all the great fat-soluble nutrients in Vitamineral Green a little more effectively. You could also use coconut water. There's really infinite number of ways to take this product, frankly, limited only by your imagination. I wouldn't recommend heating it. Heat could damage some of the fragile nutrients in the product, so keep it at room temperature. And I hope you enjoy your consumption of this absolutely fabulous product. There are many people who are devoted consumers of Vitamineral Green and have been so for many, many years. This product has been on the market since 1990. So I hope you enjoy it.